One of my most popular videos on my little channel here has been on the MACD indicator, and when people first start using indicators, there's two that always come up, and those are the MACD and the RSI. Now when I began trading, I looked at the MACD and RSI, and I saw use in the MACD and I saw no use in the RSI. So years later, I thought I'd go back and have a look at the RSI indicator, and let's see if we can figure something out to make it work for picking up on trends, momentum, and swing trades. So in this video, I'm going to look at the RSI. I'm going to make a few changes to it. I'm going to show you maybe a risky way to make a lot of money using this new setup using options. So stay tuned throughout this whole video and you'll see how we can make some money with the RSI. Okay guys, so here I'm on TradingView here, and you can do all this on the free TradingView membership that they have there, and we're looking at the SPY chart here. So at the top of the chart here, you can click on indicators and bring up the RSI, which is right around here. Let's add that to our chart. So when I first looked at this, I'm like, what am I even looking at here? Like, what is this shaded bit? Where should I be buying and not entering? You know, I understand the overbought, oversold, but what am I looking for? So I kind of just give up on the old RSI indicator and moved on to some others. But again, like I said, I've decided to come back, check it out, and let's see if we can make some changes and make it work for us. Okay, so this is what I've come up with. And again, these numbers are what I've come up with through my little playing around with it. If you're going to try this, you might want to adjust these numbers, back test a few stocks. I've looked at, you know, stocks that are and ETFs that are heavily traded, big market caps, so lower market caps, lower value stocks. I've not really tested that, so you might want to, if you're going to try trading some of those, you might want to look into. But like I said, I think I've got a really good setup for you in this as well. So let's go in here and we can change the look of this. So I don't like that purple, and colors are just going to be your preference. I'm going to change that to white. The upper band here, I'm going to turn that to green and change this number from 70 to 50. The middle band, I want that in yellow, and that's going to stay at 50 as well. The lower band, we're going to put that as green as well. And again, you can pick whatever colors you like here, and we're going to change that from 30 to 45. And the background color, again, any color you like on these, it's your preference. These are just what I like, and there we go. So we have changed the look of this. It's gone from this big colored background to a very, very focused area. So that's what I think I've made the RSI a lot more focused and tell us what we're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to bring you over here to a chart that I prepared earlier. Okay, so here is a chart that I prepared earlier. It's the chart that I use for my trading. The colored bars up here are just different days of the week, so I like to know when a week begins and week ends, how that trend moves throughout the week. And there's just some EMAs here to show me which way the market is heading, if it's trending up or trending down. All on this, I want a market that's trending up. Okay, so here we have our adjusted RSI down here. Is our RSI line, and this is our I wouldn't want to call it a zero line, maybe a zero bar or the middle zone, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to show you a few examples of stocks that I've gone through. These again, like a big market cap, quite a bit of volume on them as well. Okay, so what we have here is we have this zone that we've created here. And what I'm looking for is when the RSI crosses over the top bit and starts adding up as a good time to buy. So this is why I put this yellow line in here, because the RSI crossed above it, and this is just recently. So if you would have bought in here and you're looking for a nice little swing trade on this, and again, we've got this is Facebook. It is already in a nice uptrend, and this is just showing that, look, The next day it went up and up. So it's had a few nice days of upward momentum. That would have been a nice little swing trade right there. Okay, so let's have a look at another one. I think Amazon. Let's bring Amazon up. Okay, and let's look again. So we're looking for this line here to be coming up. All right, and there we have it. See, it was down here, pretty flat, and then it crossed up here. And as soon as this RSI crossed through this zone here, it started heading up. Okay, you know, and it's had a good run. So depending on how long you want to swing and play it for, that was a pretty good run on that one. Okay, so let's have a look at one more stock before we go into the one that I think is really good, that I did my most testing on. Okay, so again here we're on Microsoft. So RSI is down here, crosses up here on this day, already in a nice uptrend, and look where it just went. Just continued. This will be a nice long time hold, this one, right? You could swing it for a few days, right? Get a nice little gain on it, or hold it long term and watch it play out. Okay, so those are a couple. Now the big one that I want to talk about is the risky one. We're going to talk about SPY and using some SPY options on here, using this strategy to pick some good ones. So again, I've got this green line here, and I'm showing you right here, as price went up above the here, price continued to go up on SPY. Okay, let's go back here. This green line we're looking at, we'll come back to the yellow line in a little bit. Okay, so the RSI crossed above this zone and it just continued to go up. Here, crossed above, continued to go up. Here, it went up, a little bit down for a couple of days, but again, recovered and went back up. So there's a good indication that when price has crossed over that line, there's going to be upward momentum. And again, guys, I've gone back over 3 years checking this thing out, seeing if it works. So something you might want to do before you jump in and start using this. And again, kind of only recommend it for, you know, high profile stocks, a lot of volume, big market cap, not tested anything mid cap or small cap. If you're going to trade those, you might want to do your back testing again. And again, those numbers here, the way this bar is, you might want to adjust that. It might not have to be this big, it'll be smaller, you might want to have it bigger. Just an idea of how to redo the RSI. So now, if you've made it this far through the video, I'm going to talk about a risky way to potentially make a lot of money trading options on SPY. Now SPY has options that expire on Monday, Wednesday and Friday each week. Short-term options have great risk and great reward. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at these young lines that I put in here. Let's remove this green line right here. So the yellow line here is when the RSI line starts from above this green zone and shoots right through it and closes below it. Now what I've noticed a vast majority of the time is the very next day the price goes up. Okay, so we're looking for this here. Price was above the zone, went down below the zone, was down on the day 1.48%. Next day was up 1.43%, and then the day after that 0.81. Okay, so a 1.5% gain, or just over 2% gain in 2 days on a SPY options. That is going to be big time profit. So there's one example. So let's go through this. Let's remove this green here. So the yellow, look at it, started way up here. The RSI went down here, closed below. Next day, well, this was a Friday. On Monday, it opened up 1.5%, almost 1.5% up, and then went up. So again, within 2 days, up 2%, and carried on. So dependent, you could play for the option expiring on the Friday, or the option expiring that same day, or on the Wednesday. Okay, so let's go back in. Let's find another time where this has happened. These are our green ones where it's crossing up. Here it is again. We started up here, finished down here. Very next day, so we were down 2% here. Up next day, 1.2. So this was a Wednesday. So if you got options expiring on Friday, you're up, 3%, almost 3%. Again, you check out options calculator and see if SPY goes up 3% in 2 days, you're making a lot of money. So did we have any others? I don't think I've got any more yellow lines. See this little dip here, you can have a little dip here and it goes up, but I find these just entering the zone, it's not as predictable as this big drop. Now look here, you have this big drop, but it stopped in the zone, and then carried on going down before it started going back up. So you're looking for one that doesn't stop in the zone. If it stops in the zone, it may go down the next day or it may go up. You're 50-50 in it. You're looking for the ones where boom, above it, below it, and then back up. So that's one setup to look at. Now, do you think anybody else knows about this? Well, let's have a look at this. Going to bring up, if you know the website, it is barchart.com, and these are SPY call charts. So you can see how much this is SPY call at 425. So we go back to our SPY here. So when it was down here, it was at 424 on July 19th. So if you were going to buy it close to the money, some people might go out of the money, but if you're going to buy it close to the money, you're probably buying at 425. So July 19th, 425. Let's have a look at this chart here. July 19th is right here. Look at the volume right down here. We have the volume. So you have volume way down here, really low, and on that day everybody was buying call options on SPY. For this one, they were paying $4 for it, and these are ones that expired the next week, so it would have been a lot cheaper. But look at the movement. All right, the next, you bought it at, what would you buy it? You buy it at $4. The next day it's $8. The day after that, $9. All right, and it's just continued to go up. It's up at 15 right now, depending on where you buy your options, what the expiry is, how risky you want to play that. So guys, this is me rediscovering, rejigging the RSI. I've not changed the time frame. It's still the same time frame. The default settings, the inputs here, still on the 14th day. This was not changed. The style, just the style, the visualization of it. To have this zone here, which is my pass-through zone, and when we're talking about going up, see this one crossed all the way up through it. We don't need that for the upward trends. The upward trend can start here as long as it's going. See here, they didn't pass through the hole, it just went through the top. So guys, you might want to try this, you might want to check it out. I think a lot of people already know that this kind of oversold aspect to SPY, you're going up the next day. Bring it up. If you have a TradingView account, you can check it out on there. If you don't have one, get a free one. Free one has advertisements on it, but if you get a ad blocker on your browser, it gets rid of them, makes it way better. So go back and have a look at all the times SPY has done that, and think about how much money with a little bit of a risky trade you can make. That's the RSI, guys. I'll be back doing another video whenever I can think of something. See ya.